AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Apparently, the New York Knicks are showing interest in Walker Kessler, per Mike A. Scotto of Hoops Hype. The Knicks have also made inquiries on the trade market, showing interest in Jazz center Walker Kessler. League sources told Hoops Hype, along with Hornets center Nick Richards, as previously reported by Hoops Hype. How many times can you say Hoops Hype in one sentence? Big Flea at 1,000%. Big Flea.
What up?
What do we think about Walker Kessler, New York Knicks interest, Nick Richards? I spoke about him yesterday, but I definitely want to get Walker Kessler first, and then probably walk into Nick Richards after that.
Well, first I want to start by this. I like the fact that we're pivoting now. We understand that a backup big is quite necessary when Mitchell Robinson is just starting five. It's just starting big. So gaining a guy that could be a fringe starter, because again, we have not seen that Mitchell Robinson can make it through a full season. So I like that they're taking a look at those two guys. Walker Kessler, I love his versatility. I love the fact that he is a scoring option, right? He is an option now. If we do find a way to attain him, he becomes a scoring big. So not only is he going to defend, he's young. So I think he's still, understanding and learning NBA principles just in terms of defense. But I like the young body. He's big. He's versatile. And he can play. I was just surprised that he didn't become the Jazz's starting center last year. Like I didn't understand that. Like I didn't understand what they were doing. And I don't want to get into why the Jazz didn't, but it was just surprising because that kid showed a lot of promise. He was a part of that run they were going on where it almost looked like Utah was going to be a playing team or a fringe playoff team, that kind of thing. And they just stopped playing the kid. So I was
that was what, 2 seasons ago?
Well, I mean, regardless, he's been there. He's been there for 2 years now.
Right.
So, I just thought there would be a little more promise for him. And if Utah is looking to move him, then they're turning the page and trying to figure something else out. I will gladly take him. Gladly. He's young, and like we said, Tibbs is the big whisperer, man. He's gonna get every ounce of great basketball out of you, especially if you're, a 4 or 5. So as long as you're competent, I'm cool. There's only but one Jericho Sims in the NBA, right? I gotta find a way to kill Jericho every time I come on.
Yo.
But
I mean, so looking up Kessler's, I don't watch college, but
You will this year.
right, I'm gonna have to because Flea's gonna make me, which is gonna be dope by the way, because it's gonna be me just being a novice out here, diving, goal screening, and all that.
I love it.
Come on, man, stop playing with me.
I love it.
Listen,
I love it.
and then when I get into the real bag, because Flea knows me. Once I started connecting the dots, and I start talking to ball players, like I'm a ball player, and be like, "Yo, how you didn't play basketball? You with D3? Yeah, D3. These nuts, nah." So
they not gonna like it. They not gonna like it, baby.
So, looking up some stuff, he played for North Carolina as a freshman, went to Auburn his sophomore year, known for his elite shot blocking. He led the SEC in blocks per game, field goal percentage. He was a finalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. That stands out to me. McDonald's All-American. These things matter. It's part of the reason why Bronny, right, finishing in the that was the first time I really heard everybody going, "What?" Like this wasn't as big a deal as him making the McDonald's game for me, because it was a shoo-in for Bronny to get drafted. But to become a McDonald's All-American, a lot of people felt like, all right, that's because of his father, and that's messed up. Because when you have that on there, if I'm just watching the draft and I'm seeing McDonald's All-American, that's a big deal. I don't know who this kid is, but he was one of the 24 best players of his of that season. That's crazy. He finished third in Rookie of the Year awards.
My silence says a lot, so I'll keep it like that.
Why do you say that? Don't go ahead.
Because I just have mixed feelings on that whole Bronny James thing. I love the fact that he's getting this opportunity. I love the fact that he's getting a chance to play with his dad. I love everything about this. What I don't like about it is don't piss on me and tell me that it's raining though. Like that's the piece that I don't like. Like
wait. We gotta hold off on that. I don't know how much time you have today, but we got to, because that's the JJ Redick topic.
Okay,
we get into that because that was exact what you just said was that press conference. But what did you feel about Bronny making the McDonald's All-American and Walker Kessler being a McDonald's All-American? Does that McDonald's All-American, is that a stamp for ball players? I think it is.
I think today, within the community, like within the basketball realms, being a McDonald's All-American is still a big deal. Okay. I just think from like our era, guys that we grew up with, what we watched and all that kind of stuff, it has died out a little bit. Okay. Meaning I'm not running to your resume to see if you made McDonald's All-American. I'm just not anymore. At one point, that let me know, okay, you were going to be a stud on the collegiate level and have a chance to be one and done and or potentially be an NBA player. Now that doesn't mean that all the time.
Breaking news: LeBron James signs a 2-year, $104 million contract with the LA Lakers. Woo! Give me that 10% of $1 billion real quick. Shout out to LeBron James for making $100 million in 2 seasons, even though that's more like $50 million in Cali, which is part of the reason Klay Thompson went to Dallas, right? Uncle Sam, no for you.
Ain't no state tax out here, baby.
So technically the James family's pulling in $53 million because Bronny's about to make $1 million. So also being a McDonald's All-American, along with that, led the SEC in blocks, and he finished as a finalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. That's not just the SEC, that's the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year award. So Naismith is the whole college?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
That is.
Okay. So this guy, as a teenager, early 20s, has a lot to him. I know Kurt Thomas led the NCAA in scoring, or his conference in scoring, when he was in college. And in the NBA, you can kind of see that, right? It shows the competitive side, shows the skill set. He displayed that skill set. Patrick Beverly led his high school in scoring or whatever it was. Wasn't really quite that in the NBA, but you can see how he's just competitive. And you can see why, if he's in college at that size, he's trying to outscore everybody because he's still, talent-wise can compete with everybody on that level. But obviously, the bigger you get, more competition is on the table. I digress. I like what you're saying here, Gregory Lee. Kessler is a better option than Nick Richard, which you spell Nick with the Nick. That's hilarious. Nerlens Noel.
I don't want to hear Nerlens Noel's name again. I don't want to hear it again.
Yeah.
OG.
What up, suckers? They tried to hold me back. I know I'm late, fellas. How my brother's doing this morning?
No, you're not late. The AI ball. That's all.
All I heard was I don't want to hear Noel, and I agree.
I don't want to hear that name no more.
Don't know how to say it, don't know how to pronounce it, and don't care.
I don't want to hear his name no more, OG. Don't tell me about Nerlens Noel.
I also like he threw a Bismack Biyombo.
Go home. Forever.
No, don't say that.
Forever.
Wow.
Go home forever.
Not even on a veteran minimum.
I ain't gonna front. I'm tight pissed that we lost Hartenstein right now. Because I looked at the list of bigs, man. Yo, there's some bums out there, man. There's some guys that are just not. We're not gonna get a skilled basketball player. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna get a guy that's just gonna rebound and defend. We not getting nothing that Hartenstein brought us, man. I can't front. Like, I know OG's not high on Hartenstein, but god damn, I was looking at it. Like, ain't no bigs out there that could pass, float. No, none of these niggas is nice, man. This shit is I was looking at that list, man. I was pissed.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear, OG.
I'm gonna be honest, and this might get y'all upset. We're a little too high on Hartenstein.
All right.
I'm just being honest. What I did I want him back? Yes, but I'm gonna be honest. I ain't letting them drive me crazy. I ain't losing no sleep, Flea.
Okay.
Because
right. I'm gonna walk it. I'm gonna calm down.
Because let's be realistic. We know he's a backup center, and you know he had a great season. How many players we've seen, be mediocre? They come and have a great season here and there, and goes right back to reality. Especially for the price that he wanted. So for me, I'm not too stressed out because once again, coming back is an all-star, an all-NBA player, a double-double guy in Julius Randle. OG, God willing, would be healthy all season. And then we got a guy like Mikal Bridges that can help on the defensive end and also give us some scoring, a lot of scoring. So for me, I'm not really too stressed out. If Mitchell Robinson is not healthy, then I get it. But as long as Mitchell Robinson is healthy, I'm being real. I'm good on Hartenstein.
What do you feel about the Walker Kessler rumors from out of Utah?
I like it. Big guy, 7-footer. Like for me, us getting Mikal Bridges, we just need, another big body or two. That's just gonna, get down there in the paint, defend, rebound, and bring some toughness and some size. Of course, I would love, a big man that can stretch the floor like a Porzingis or Cat and things like that. But I like this right here if it can happen because once again, it's a big body, man, and that kind of helps us with the matchup. Excuse my voice, I was yelling yesterday. That kind of helps us with the matchup when we go against Philadelphia to at least have a big body to offset maybe Drummond because. Like I said, I love the job Mitchell Robinson and OG can do on Embiid because I'm going to say it again. There's no dominant big men in the game. Embiid is not putting you on the block all day. So it's different if it was an era where you got the Mutombos, the Shaqs, the Keem Olajuwons, the Patrick Ewings, the David Robinsons, the Tim Duncans. Flea didn't, I'd be like, oh my God, we are in trouble. But man, listen, I ain't worried about none of these dudes because none of these dudes don't want no smoke. And I seen what Mitchell Robinson did hobbled against Embiid, even though Embiid was a little hobbled himself. Nah, Mitch just need a little help to give him some rest. So as long as we get a backup for Mitch, I think we fine. Because once again, I'm going to keep preaching it. There is no dominant big man in the NBA today. Joker's dominant because he actually go on the block. But still, he plays the perimeter more so. Guys like Cat, they want to shoot threes all day. Even Porzingis, I've never seen Porzingis post up. So,
Mitch is telling us who he is for his entire career with the Knicks, and we don't believe him yet. He's been telling us who he is, and we don't believe him yet. Okay.
I'm being honest. Okay. I'm trying to talk myself into. We always bring somebody back down to reality. Get him out of here, man. Come on, man. Yeah,
we be pissed. We be pissed off when he goes down. We love
whole
Mitch.
Soliloquy. He just
everybody. Come on, OG. We all love Mitch. We not you. Come on, we love him.
You're right. I know.
But god damn, he's told us exactly who he is. Mitch was playing. Mitch was playing the best basketball in his career at the beginning of last season. At the beginning of last season, Mitchell Robinson looked like he was on his way to a first-team all-defensive selection, a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year, the anchor to the best defense in the league. And boom, goes down. I get it, injuries, but we've had this like okay, it's Mitch. We understand. Shit, for the last 4 years, we're going on 5 years with this.
Yeah, that's something I never want to think about. You're 100% no. You're 100% correct. I try to talk myself out of not thinking that. But when you're right, man, you're right, and this is why when we was talking about the James Wiseman thing, look what Indiana goes and do.
Right.
So we need some big bodies, man, that can back up or just help out. And who's not to say we get one of these guys and they can't pull off a Hartenstein? I didn't see this from Hartenstein when he was with LA.
When he was with the Clippers. And I think that's what we were saying too about Tibbs being such a great motivator and putting guys in great position. So, maybe we do. I know this. We go get Walker Kessler. He has the potential to do everything that Hartenstein was doing. Like, I know we don't got to jump out the window, but he provided so much and more. The things that he was able to do, Mitchell Robinson wasn't able to do. Some of the things Mitch can do, iHeart can't do. So it's if we get a guy, go ahead, OG.
But I think acquiring Mikal Bridges is so much of a positive that we just need somebody. Mikal Bridges is gonna make up for the things that whoever comes in that can't do what Hartenstein was doing, if that makes any sense. Like, Hartenstein was forced to do all of that stuff because he had no choice. I think the young man from Utah, man, if he could come in, once again, we all know Tibbs is the big man whisperer. Mm-hmm. And like I said, who's not to say this young man can come in and average double-digit boards, 1.5 blocks, and just interrupt some things. Listen, man, I'm not, I'm a panicker. And Flea, you're totally correct. I definitely worry about Mitchell Robinson being healthy. I did not like how he looked as far as his face when he was in that live with Brunson and them. But, we do have a problem. But to me, what offsets that and what makes me relax a little bit is the way basketball is played today. You can win with small ball. I watched Miami be successful with Bam. I just seen 2 teams in the finals that was there without a center. Even though Porzingis is 7'5", he doesn't play 7'5". Yeah, he's going to defend, but he's either going to be injured or he's going to be out there shooting threes. Derrick Jones Jr. was damn near the 5 with Dallas. So for it to be maybe 2 dominant big men that they're only dominant on the court maybe 30% of the time, I think that's what helps us out. Get Mikal Bridges, though, offsets everything for me, Flea, because now we have
I can see that.
We have 2 of the top 5 two-way players in the game on our team. And I'm going to be honest, just real quick, and I'll let you go. Yeah. I'm just being honest, Flea. I don't miss Hartenstein not being able to get double-digit rebounds and average double-digit rebounds. I'm being honest with you.
And that matters. That matters. Y'all always hear me talk crap about Miles Turner and why Miles Turner for his entire career has never averaged double-digit rebounds. Y'all always hear me talk about we need bigs to be big, and part of being a big is going up there and snatching that and cleaning the glass. And when we don't have double-digit I understand.
Just imagine how different things would have been if instead of Hart getting 16 rebounds, it's Hartenstein getting 16 rebounds. That's a difference.
Yeah.
That's a difference in the ball game. And this is why, teams like Indiana with Miles Turner is not going to be successful when your big man is not averaging double-digit rebounds. I don't care what nobody say. If your big man is not averaging double-digit rebounds, how are you going to be successful? Unless you have teams that stack with the Dallas, the Phoenix, the Boston. I'm just saying teams that have 2-3 stars. But if you got teams where you got to work hard every day like our Knicks, man. So I told you, Hartenstein, my opinion, got exposed against Philly. I'm sorry. I'm not missing them.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.